What happens when the web of responsibility meets the fire of passion? Peter Parker, the hero defined by sacrifice. Angelica Jones, Firestar, the woman who turned her pain into power. Two hearts forged in the chaos of heroism. Two forces destined to collide and ignite. This is the story of the web and the flame. 1. The spark. New York was under siege again. The villain, Electro, powered by stolen Stark Tech reactors, unleashing waves of electricity through the city grid. Spider-Man swung through the chaos until the storm turned to fire. From above, a streak of golden light descended. It wasn't lightning. It was Firestar blazing through the smoke, her body glowing like the sun. Together they neutralized Electro's surge, her heat countering his charge, his webs grounding her flame. It was perfect teamwork, instinctive, unspoken. As the city calmed, Peter cracked his usual joke. "Peter, guess we made quite the spark." Firestar, smirking, "Don't get burned, webhead." And for the first time in years, Peter laughed. 2. Heat and heart. Days became weeks. They started patrolling together, sharing stories between rooftops and embers. Angelica revealed her pain, how she'd been experimented on by the Hellfire Club, her powers once out of control. Peter saw her fear of hurting those she loved, a mirror of his own guilt. Together they trained, learning balance. Fire and web, heat and restraint. One night on a skyscraper under the city lights, Peter removed his mask. "Peter, I've lost too many people to the fire of fate. But you make me want to stand in it again." She touched his face, her warmth soft, not searing. "Firestar, then let's burn together, not apart." Their lips met. For the first time, Peter Parker wasn't just Spider-Man. He was alive. 3. The wedding inferno. Months later, the world celebrated the union of two Avengers. The ceremony was held at Stark Tower. Tony officiated, with countless sarcastic remarks. Guests included the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and of course Aunt May, beaming with pride. Angelica's gown shimmered like molten gold. Peter's suit was black, trimmed with fiery red webs. When they exchanged vows, their powers flared together, webs glowing, fire dancing harmlessly around them, forming a heart of light. Tony, to Rhodey, "If that's not true love, it's at least a fire hazard." As they kissed, the skyline of New York lit up, fireworks mingling with flames. Two forces that once fought their pain now shared their peace. For when the fire fades, but peace never lasts. Years later, a catastrophic solar storm hit Earth, amplified by an alien core reactor hidden under Oscorp. The reactor fed on heat. Firestar's power triggered it. Every time she fought, the core grew stronger. "Peter, if you keep using your powers, it'll explode." "Angelica, if I don't, millions die." It was a tragedy waiting to happen. In the final battle, Spider-Man tried to contain the reactor with web-tech dampeners, but it wasn't enough. Firestar flew into the core, blazing brighter than she ever had. Her last words echoed through Peter's comms. "Firestar, tell them I finally learned control, because of you." A wave of light consumed the sky. And then silence. All that remained was a single streak of melted webbing, fused with flame. 5. The legacy of flame. Years passed. Peter rebuilt his life, founding the Fireweb Foundation, an energy initiative that used Firestar's plasma research to power cities safely. Every night, he stood atop Avengers Tower, watching the stars, one of them always glowing brighter, as if she were still watching. Then one evening, a burst of orange light streaked across the sky. Out of it descended a young woman wearing hybrid armor of webbing and flame. Lyra Parker Jones, their daughter, the new solar spider. Her powers burned with her mother's fire and moved with her father's grace. She looked at Peter and said softly, "Lyra, Mom said heroes don't die, they just become the light we follow." Peter smiled through tears, whispering, "Peter, then let's keep swinging toward it." The screen fades to black as the final shot shows the skyline, a burning web etched into the clouds, forming a glowing heart. When responsibility meets passion, when fire meets faith, you don't just make a spark, you forge a legend. What if Spider-Man married Firestar? Then love itself would become a power bright enough to light the darkest night.